Hi guys, welcome to today's class. We are going to be making this beautiful satin bag you're seeing on your screen, and the material we're going to be using is the Dollface material.
First, we are going to be cutting our pattern just the way I'm showing us on our screen. We're going to be cutting 8 by 20 in 2 pieces, 5 by 8 in 2 pieces just the way I'm showing on our screen. And we are also going to be cutting the handle, which is going to be 4 by 20 in 2 pieces too. We're also going to be cutting the decoration that we are going to be putting at the end. That one is also going to be there. That one is going to be in 4 pieces, just like the way I'm cutting it. That's going to be 2 by 6 inches. So we're going to be cutting it into 4, and we're going to be rounding the edge just the way I am doing. The next step is to cut the interface. I'll be using a wooden interface. I've already cut the wooden interface inside the smaller pieces, and you're going to sew the edge just where I am doing. You can add a small soft paper stay to the outer piece to make it more firm, so it depends on whatever it is you like. So you're going to sew it like this. Make sure you iron place if you have the leverage to do it. So in the bigger piece, you're going to be sewing it down in gathers because you're going to gather it. You see just the way I'm gathering it. You gather it, then you sew the two side. Then after sewing the two side, you're also going to run a machine through that place together to hold it so that it will not lose. So that's it. You're going to run a machine through just the way I'm doing to hold the gathering together. So after that, we'll move to the next phase. If you're new here, please don't forget to like, subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Need any bag you want me to sew next, please just drop it and I'll drop the tutorial. You can see the way it looks. The next step is sewing the decorating pieces. And now I'm going to be cutting the handle. This is going to be something that you can pass through the handle because the handle is going to be in ruffles. You can use whatever it is you like, something that can be sewable that you can sew on the clothes. For me, I'm going to be using a wooden, so I'll be cutting a smaller pieces, something smaller than the handle. So you use safety pin to run it through it to put the handle into ruffles. You put the two into ruffles just the way I am doing. I'm not sure if you can see me, but please bear with me. So the next thing is you're going to be sewing it. Just leave ½ inch before joining it. You're going to be joining it outside. Luckily for us, you're seeing the inside from the outside. So you're going to be joining the two hand. You can see me measuring it just ½ inch before sewing. At this point, our bag is almost finished, and this is the tricky part. How to sew this place is that you are going to take the bigger pieces, the outside. You see me putting the handle inside, so you're also going to put the outside of that bigger pieces inside that bag, so which is making the right side and the right side of the inner piece are going to be together, just the way you're sewing your dress, the right side and the right side together. and you're going to pleat it. Please don't gather it. You're going to do a big pleating on it. So after sewing, you're going to see that the smaller piece is serving as the lining for that bigger piece, and it's also serving as the inside. That's where you're going to be putting whatever you want to put. What I'm doing now is putting a big pleat to sew it round. Can you see how it looks? This is how it's going to look. So when you turn it out, this is how it's going to be. You can see, if you have the leverage, please, you can top stitch it, but I do not have the time here. So you're just going to fold that piece inside. You're going to fold it inside and run a stitch through it. That is your bag. You're done with your bag. Plus, if you want your bag to be bigger than this, please, you can increase your measurements. If you also want it to be able to hold a lot of things, please add stay to the outer part, and you can also double the stay you're putting on the inside part. But because this is a fabric bag, it's not something that holds a lot of things, and our plan is to use it as a cloth for party. It's not to carry in a lot of things. So look at it, our bag is ready, looking all beautiful and very, very neat, no ruffles. Please, if you have the time, please make sure you iron your bag as you are sewing. And that's how you just put the 4 pieces of the material that we sew. You put it at the end like that, so that it won't look plain. Please, if you want to add any design, maybe beads, you can actually add it to make it beautiful to your satisfaction. And you see how it looks, so beautiful and so neat. So with this, you can sew with this is just an half yard of material. Please let me remind you, this is an half yard of material, so cheap and beautiful.